Hi guys, I'm Asif Ali and we're watching CGHOW video. Today I created this magical spell effect from the Elden Ring game. One of my subscriber asked me to do that and I created it. So if you haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, please subscribe it. If you like this video, like, share, and comment, and let's start this.
CGHOW. CGHOW.
First of all, subscribe my YouTube channel and also click on bell icon so you will receive all new video notification. So one of my subscriber, Multilocon, wants me to create some spells from Elden Ring. So I found this video on YouTube and it has all the magic spells from the Elden Ring. And because it has lots of, it is 19 minutes. So you can use this clip function and you can just clip the part you want. So I did that. Then here I have this 5-second clip where we have the very first spell. It has lots of, and maybe in future I create more, but this is the first one spell. Okay, so today I will create this one. And for the animation, I didn't find the same animation, but the best matching animation I found it this one. It's repeating that action, sword action, but we will cut that in Unreal, so we can use just the first part. Okay, this much. So I have already downloaded this, and I will import that here. Actually, let me create a folder. So we have this animation. Okay, so right click and create a composite. And then on this composite, because we want just this much, or maybe, yeah, this much, 1.8. Select this clip and the last end time will be 1.8. So this will be just that much clip. Okay, so I have this composite and I'll create a new label. Okay, so this map is ready. It's a little darker actually. Let me create white. Okay, this much is fine. Okay, so I'll just drag my composite into the viewport. And this camera angle we are going to use this one from the back. Okay, and if I'll play, we can use simulation actually. So we can use that here. So first thing in this clip, so he has some like a stick in his hand, so we can quickly create that in Maya. So I created this stick and imported it here. And this stick has two materials. So first is for this ball, second is for this. So we can apply different materials. So like in this one, we can create a shiny one. So maybe we can take the fingernail and then three some bluish and multiply it, connect it to emissive, and we can make it dark. So this one will be for ball. Okay, and for this one we can just apply maybe wood color. So maybe if I search wood, we have, maybe we can just use this one. and it has this normal, so we can connect this normal and this into the base color. That's it. So save this. So we have this wooden color. Okay, so doesn't look bad. We can use that. So I will drag this here into the viewport, and this is very small, so maybe 5 times bigger or maybe 7 times bigger. Okay. And now it need to be attached with the bone of hand. So you need to drag the stick on the animation. And because this is composite, it's not linking that there. So what you can do actually I will like to use also sequencer or maybe not. So let's use the sequencer. That would be good. Actually, we can do a lot of things. So let's create a level sequencer. Level sequencer. Open this, and in this one, I'll drag this animation, and in this we will use the R composite, and then we will drag our stick there, and stick size 7. And then in the stick we can attach it with our character. So let's say I'll take this bone, and then we can adjust the rotations. Yeah, it will work. It will work. So because we will see that from the back, and yeah, it will work. And I want actually this camera, so I will rotate this. I don't want to face the sun, although you can also rotate the sun. Okay, so this is done, and till here I will use this timeline this much. Cool. So now we can check effects. So when he is moving this his stick up, there are trails, they are like smoky thing. If we will check that per frame, like go back. So from here there is a core star glow, a flash we can use. Then there are these streaks going here and there, and it has also kind of ribbon feel. Okay, maybe that is mesh. Okay, and then the smoky thing here. So we will create that first. I will save this all. So this will be our like anticipation of a spell because he's just uh, moving his stick. So FX, or I'll just type in stick of not stick, stick. So this one is for stick. So first we will have a glow star type thing. So we will take a flash. Maybe we can take this one. Very simple. It has just that texture, or maybe different one. Let's say we have this one. I'm removing all these, and I'm using the burst, maybe 3 particles, and the color I'll use yellowish, and I'll make that local. And I'll also add camera offset. maybe 100 for now. And the life I'll use direct maybe 1 for now. And yeah, and size maybe 40 and 30 for, yeah. Camera offset, let's make it 0 for now. We will use that later. So I'll drag that stick FX here, and okay. So I'll attach this to my stick. Okay. And it is there. So use a local gizmo and move it here. But see, this is under my stick. That's why I wanted to use the camera offset. So maybe 2010. Yeah, it's coming out. Okay. So now we will spawn it here, maybe here. So I'll key on the spawn and one key back. I'll turn this off. So basically, oops, press G. If I'm playing, there's a glow, but that should like fade in, fade out. It should not like pop in. So scale color and just in the opacity, you can use a curve with this template. Okay. And it should not repeat once it's done. So here, after throwing that projectile, key, and then on the next frame, turn this off. So this glow should not repeat. It should just work once like this. And now I'll make this even more random, maybe 70 and 30. Cool. Next thing, okay, that's not yellow. That is slightly yellowish, then becoming blue. So you can also change the color, but now trail and these kind of lightning thing, straight things, you can use the lightning texture if you have, and you can also create quickly. So like if you have like 1K texture black, and I'll just create the for texture. So this is my like this is my point 1, point 2, 3, and point 4. If I press Control H, we have these centers. So on the new page, I can increase these and I can create not that much. You can create these type thing. Then you can take maybe eraser. Actually, not eraser. Take the smudge. I'll use little hard. You can make it like a lightning. And these little things you can also do it in material in Unreal Engine. Just multiply with that noise. It's kind of same thing, but not exact. So, okay. So you can see it's kind of the same thing, but I did it very quickly, so you can do better. Okay, so I'll just save this. Actually, this one is little weird. backstop, the lightning. Okay. Creating a material for that lightning material. And this should be just additive. So I'll just take that. I'll browse that, and here this one is my core. Then I'll control CMV, and this will be a lightning. So, and this is 2 by 2, and this is random frames, not sequence. So take the animation here in the spawn and take the random 0 to 3. That means 4 frames, and it will be bluish. And there will be a spawn rate, maybe 5. And the live will be random and 5.2. A little bright, maybe. Let me see. Yeah. And this will not be local. Let me check if that is local. It's kind of trail. Yeah. One more thing. These lightning. Yeah. Very fast actually. So I'll increase this, decrease the life maybe 0.4 and 0.3. Yeah. Then I'll put some smoky thing in the core. So for that, I'll copy this core, copy and paste smoke. And I'll just use a basic smoke material that I use in lots of tutorials you can create easily. This is 4 by 4 smoke pattern from the Photoshop cloud. Just cut those out with a soft selection and put here. And this is transparent material, and I also using this cloud from the starter content, and that's it. So here, and this cloud, because this is 4 by 4 random frames, type here 4 by 4, and here I will take the animation total 16 frames. So we have this is smoke, and what I'll do, I'll take a size, and this will scale like this, and we will take the spawn rate, maybe 10, and then the color I will use purple, then randomness, and in this one I will make some particles little darker like this. Okay, and the life would be random. Spawn rate we can increase maybe 20. We will have this thing, and I'll make that core shorting one, so that core will be above the smoke. So there is a smoke, but if I isolate that, It's very small. So I'll increase the size maybe 150 and 100. Now it's little big, so 120 and 80, and camera offset maybe 20 and maybe 30. Yeah, now we can see properly. So we have our smoke, we have our lightning, and we have our core. Just we need to add trails, smoky trails. So let's add those also. Let me save all and M ribbon. We need gradient. So texture coordinate, Shift C for mask. Take the red channel. Take the green channel also. So in the red channel, we have this thing here. So I want this to fade from both sides, but from the back, it should be more fade. So what you can do, you can take the power for the, actually take the invert, then power. So the back side is more faded and this front side is less faded. And you can multiply these both, back and front side. So you will have the output. Then you want to fade top and bottom. So you have this green channel. Take the sign, make it 2. So it will be for both sides. Then you can multiply this with this. So you will have this output. Then there should be something noise. So texture, my favorite aura. And I'll use power, not 2.5. So this aura will be more visible. And then multiply it with this. And I'll use texture coordinate and also pen minus 0.5, and I'll make x 0.5. So it will be stretched little bit on this axis. So we got this. Okay. And you can also copy and paste these things and just make this like 0.2 and then make the panning speed different. And then you can add these together. So there will be more variation and then multiply with this, of course. So you can see now two texture panning. This one maybe I'll make 0.4. Yeah, now you can see it looks better. So now particle color, and just use it here, or you can multiply with this also, and then opacity also. And I will make this translucent because maybe I will need dark color also. So unlit, and actually, yeah, actually if you'll see here, these trails, yeah, let it be. So I'll just save this. So we have this. I'll browse this, and in the FX, I will duplicate this, Control D, and this will be my trail. I will isolate this, and instead of a sprite, take the ribbon and take that material. And I don't need this for now, not camera any offset, not sprite size, not this. I need spawn rate, and then in the size of ribbon, maybe 50. We will check. And the life should not be random, maybe 0.5. Not visible anything. I'll make it 100 and spawn rate maybe 50. Still not visible. So what I'll do now, let me add velocity so we can see it is there. So it is there, but it is very faded. So I can increase the alpha or maybe color. So and I will not use random. I'll use just direct color and maybe alpha 5 and this thing little darker. Yeah, maybe now it will be visible, but the width is too much. Maybe 20 will enough. And by it's behaving like that, it is local. Yeah, now it looks perfect. Then I'll duplicate this, and in this one, actually I'll remove the velocity and let me check without velocity. Yeah, fine. So in the second one, I'll make the thickness maybe 10 and I'll make it little brighter. So I will have this. And that smoke is not visible properly. I will make that little bigger, 150. Yeah, now it's visible. So we have now completed this thing at least. Okay, so one more thing is there. That is when this is moving till here, we have this shape and I can place any shape because this shape you can create in Photoshop, but we can also create this. So let's take a screenshot of this and I'll copy this image in the Photoshop. I'll paste it. I will not trace it, but we will take the idea from it. So I will create similar kind of thing. So I'll decrease the opacity and on a new layer, let's create actually we can create randomly. So I'll just press Control H and just for the center I'll put a key, so not key, I'll just put a color here. So we have this circle and I'll just do this very like freely. So we have like this, 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 like a Wi-Fi. And then this, actually this should be here. Oh, this should be on the new layer. Undo, new layer. So you can make proper rings here. You have all the tools, but I'm not doing that. Control T, now you can place it here. Then Control J, Control T, flip vertically, you have here some. Okay, then I'll take one here and one here. And it has a score here like this. Okay, so we got this. It is very funny that I use this, but yeah, it's okay. So Control T, this is our center here almost. So we got this texture. Okay, it could be better, but this is what it is. Okay, there was something. You can make it better. So on desktop ring, it's not ring, it is something, but yeah. Import that ring, make a material, and then I'll take the particle color here, multiply this ring with a noise, and I'll take the step node and connect it here. Then, so this will be for erode part, and this will be transient, unlit, and then dynamic parameter. This is for dissolve, and this is for noise style. So dissolve and tile. Save. I'll browse this, and here I'll copy that core, copy, paste it here. This will be our that shape, and I'll use that material, dynamic parameter, and I just need one, and there should not be random rotation, and sides should be like static, like a uniform. And in the dissolve, at 1 it looks like this, and when I'm decreasing the value, oh, because tiling is 0, it's dissolving, and it should dissolve like with a very high tiling like this, maybe even high like this. So we got this, and this should be like purplish color. And one more thing I'll do in that ring material, I will use a noise texture copy and paste it here, and multiply with this here. So, and I'll use one more tiling here. This will be tile 1, tile 2 actually. And then what percentage of this texture I want to use. So actually I will add a value on it. So this will be for the variation, and I'll show you how. So in here, in the dynamic parameter, like I'm not adding anything, and tile should be like, if tile is like 5, you can see slightly randomness, and this add will make it whether flat or whether like more variation. So I want like more variation and maybe more tiling. So it is bright, but it has variation. And then it dissolves. Let me check the dissolve value. So 1 means full, and 0 means like gone. So we can use this, but this curve should be like little offsetting. So it should not start like initially. And this is local, and there should be little offset, maybe point 0.3. I don't know. And let's check. Yeah, perfect. But just the size you can decrease maybe. This looks good because of this shape is very good. And there is a glow also. Can you see that glow around it? So what you can do, you can copy that core, paste it here, and make it glow. And instead of this, I'll take, oops, I'll take a additive material, and size would be like 150 that very big, and this should be like purplish, Let me check. Yeah, there's a glow and alpha maybe 0.5 or maybe 0.1. Very subtle. And actually, I would like to change that shape here. So instead of this shape, if I'll search in my project, we can use custom texture ring. We can use this one. So I'll use this texture here in ring material. And let me open this. Yeah, this looks fine. And I would use all the channels. Actually, you need to add these. Then you have all the channels. And let's save this. So here now we can change the tiling, maybe 5 this one and this one also 5. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. And I will add little animation here. So size and from 1 to maybe 1.2. That's it. Just little increase in size or maybe 1.5. Cool. So now next thing is after this, okay, we have more thing. He's shooting that, but after that shape is gone, this shape is gone. There's some streaks and this shockwave kind of thing that's scaling down randomly. So first of all, this should be finished very quickly. So I'll decrease the life to 0.7 maybe 0.5. Yeah. And then I need to make that shockwave thing. Material and shockwave. And in this one, I have already rings of that texture, but you can also create. You just need to take the radial and then again radial. And in this one, I'll put the density maybe 50, saturate it. And then in this one, the radius would be like 0.5. And in this one, radius maybe 0.3. And then subtract from each other. So you got this, and uh, I can increase the oops density of this maybe 1, 2. Let it be that, and I'll increase this actually 0.8. Yeah, and then I'll take a texture, any texture. Maybe I'll take this blur noise vector to radial. It will be like this, and fix that same, and then you can multiply these together. It's cutting it, but it's not cutting it like these rays. So you need to change the tiling of this. If I isolate this and take the 2 vector here, this is 1 1. But if I make the x like 0.2, Let it compile, not X, Y. It will be stressed on this axis, and then X I can make like 3. So we will have this, and then if we'll check, this is cutting like this. Okay. And I'll also use the power here, so it will cut more like this. And maybe this 3 we can use it just 1. And actually we can randomize in the particle. So I'll take the append, and we had 0.2 here, and that X we will randomize. So dynamic parameter connect here. This will be tile X, and then just the particle color. Connect this one here and this one here. Transient unlit. Save it. I'll browse this, and in my FX, I'll take this glow, copy and paste. This will be my shockwaves, and I'll use that material. And in dynamic parameter, let's use styling 2 for now. And if I play, let it compile. And let me just increase the alpha for now. So we got this, and it should be like almost white. So what will happen? What should we done here? We will use spawn rate maybe 5, and this should scale it down very quickly. So size, and just use this one. So, and the life would be random, maybe 0.4, 0.2. So it will be like this, and they should be slightly offset there. So I will use sphere location, and maybe 10 is enough. Let me check. Yeah, 10 is too much, maybe 5. And also the camera offset not required. And we can use. And one thing is looks weird to me. That texture is also soft from the outer side, but my texture is very sharp. If I stop, that edge is very sharp. So in the Shockwave material, we had the density here, so I'll make the parameter, and that will be our density. And now here in the density, if I make this 50, it is sharp, but if I'm decreasing it, it will make that softer. So this much is enough. And yeah. Okay. And it should start little after little offset, maybe 0.5. Let me check when it's starting. It should start here now. But this looks weird to me. I don't know why. Because these are just scaling to that center part, but mine is not scaling that. It is looks good here, but not here. Why is that? Something is weird. If I turn off the shape location, yeah, now it's fine. Yeah, we can use that. Maybe I'll use 200. And now I'll check my artifact. Cool. And with these, I have also some streaks. You can see these. I will use that lightning texture for that. So I had this lightning. I'll copy this, paste it here. And what I'll do, I'll take a sphere location. Maybe this is 100, and then I'll use the velocity. and that will be a point velocity minus 200, and then here aligned, velocity aligned, and I will not use camera offset this time. Move it down. This will go to the center and will little brighter like this. And in the size I will use non-uniform. And this should also start after 0.5. Let me check. That scale is too high. This maybe 30. Let me check. Still too big. And in the sphere, in the offset, I will make this local. Let me check. It is still big. Maybe 5. Maybe 7. And the size will be good. And I'll make it a little more brighter. Yeah, so it is almost done. We will check what we can do else. And in the exponent, I will change this color because my effect is also purplish. So let's make it like this so we can focus on that effect. And then I'll just save all. Next thing is, if I go per frame, actually these sticks not kind of shooting from outside, it's just appearing there. So I didn't check that before, so I'll actually copy this one more time. Let it be. Copy and paste. And in this one, I will not use velocity and not alignment and not sphere location. And here let's use non-uniform first. And I have this stretched on X, and then I have shifted the pivot, and this is random rotation. Let's say it is 200. So you will have this and pivot 0.5. Yeah, you can use 0.5, and you can use the size that will scale. And now you can randomize. This is 10 and 200. So random like 5 and 10, 100 and 300. More randomness. So we will have this. And it should finish quickly. So in the rate, I will make it just once and make it 1 actually, or maybe 0.5. Let me isolate this. And this should be local, not like a trail. And also I'll make it 50, 20. Yeah, now it's cool. Okay, so next thing. Okay, these are very long actually. We will do that. And when it's shooting, there is this texture that is black from the core, and then this thing. So we can use a sphere, black sphere, and then we can use this texture. and this is shooting. So we can create a different effects for the shooting, and I'll make a material. Actually, let's take a Niagara. This will be our projectile. So FX projectile. Let me close all these tabs, and this will be our black ball. Instead of this, take a mesh and sphere, and in the color I will use in the material. I'll use this color material and just make it black. Okay, I don't need all these things, and just a one particle burst, and then it should be just once and no gravity and velocity. I think on we will check the axis, maybe 100 on X, 500. Okay, and size also we don't know how much size we need. So I'll just drag this projectile here and I'll move it here, and let me check. It should be spawned here. So it should be. And the X direction is fine. And it should be slightly on Y also. You can rotate in fact here also, but you can put the values here also. So you have X like 500, maybe I'll use 800. And on the Y, maybe 200, slightly, maybe 300. So let me check. And this should spawn here. So I'll put a key and one key back. I'll turn this off. So yeah, cool. So this sphere looks big to me, and I'll make it maybe 0.6, and the velocity you can just use this to make this both faster together. Maybe 3. Cool. So that's it, and now we will add our things over it. So if I okay, this one, I'll take a screenshot and open this. Okay, so we have this black cover and then these things. This is very easy to create. I will just create it. So this is the ball aura or energy, you can say. So M, let's say you have M energy, and just take the vector to radial, not this one. Vector to radial, and take a noise texture or aura texture. I'll take aura, and also I'll take the noise both, and you can connect these here. So you will have this radial thing, and just fix the MIP level. So, and then you can add these together. You can take the now radial and multiply it with the radial. Okay, and then you can add pan with different speed for both. So let's say in this one, I want 0.1 here, not this one, like 0.1 on Y. This should come out, and in this one minus 0.2. So this is faster and this is slower. So there will be difference here. See, good. And we can use power here. So it will be like this. So now particle color and dynamic parameter for this power. And just multiply it with here, translucent, unlit, and just save it. And I'll browse this, and here I'll copy this, copy and paste. This is my energy. And this should follow this. And one more thing, if I follow this, it will make it trail, but this energy should be like stick with that. So what you can do, you can take the position of this particle here. So what you can do in the update, let me just first create that. So I'll take the sprite render and use that material energy. I don't need any velocity and particle maybe 20 and the size maybe 200 and 100. You have this and it's not shooting, and let's make that little purplish. I will randomize these color little bit, so some are darker, some are not. And then in the dynamic parameter, default power will be 1, but let's not make it 20, maybe 10. And then make the size also random, maybe 10 and 200, turn off the mass. And I will randomize it even more, maybe 1 and 5. Okay. And then I'll take the scratch pad here and just search here, not vector, reader, and vector by index. From the other particle, I'll take the position and just set it my energy position. Need to type the name here, black ball. That's it. So it will stick with that ball like this. Okay. So that's it. So we got that. And also we can randomize a little more, maybe 300, 250. And in the pan, you can use a time to randomize it, multiply it, and then this will be your time. Pan actually. And now if I make this time 1, you can see the speed. At 5 you can see. So we can randomize it like 1 to 5 or maybe 10. So there will be randomness. Cool. So next thing, some are very bright. So what I'll do, I'll copy this and paste it here. And in this one, I'll make the size maybe 150 and 100. And then dynamic parameter, I'll make it 5 and 4. So we will have just these. And then we can bright it maybe 100. Decrease the spawn rate maybe 5. And also this will be 10 and 8. So we will have glow like this. We can increase even more, maybe 500 and 100. So there will be some glow. Okay. And it's scaling down. So this sphere, I'll take the scale, mesh, then make it float, make it curve, and after point 0.8 live it will scale down, and then here size, and use this curve after point 0.8 and use the same curve here. Actually, because my timeline is finishing here, now it's working. So this is the Elden effect, and we have left something to connect. Like there's also lightning, I guess. Let me check in the video. I had that clip. Yeah, this is the clip address. So it will play just that those 5 seconds, not the entire clip. And that thing is going to the ground, I think. So you can add little gravity on it, and these two will follow that. So take a gravity, not that much. Yeah. So if I go per frame now, I like this lightning texture that I don't have in my effect. My lightning texture looks different. So let me search if I have a lightning texture in my project. I have already actually, but let me check if some like these I have. This should work. This should work actually. If I take, let me check. Yeah, I have material control B, and let me search actually. This will also work that I am already using. I need to just work on that. Oh, it should not crash. I have some unsaved thing like projector that we save. So in the stick, this lightning. So okay, so what the issue with this is this thing. We don't have that. And what I'll do actually in the material of this, I will distort it through a blur noise texture, and just take a texture coordinate and add and multiply, and then dynamic parameter, and I will pan it little fast, maybe 2 and 1. So if I connect this one here and make this value 0, it is the same, but if I make it like 0.1, it will distort it and also move it like this. And tiling, maybe 2 and 2 will work. Let it compile. Yeah, this can work. So this is my this dot, and let's save this. So in here in this lightning, please, if I take the dynamic parameter now and make it like 0.5, you can see the distortion 0.2. So we can use this like 0.2, 0.3, maybe 0.1 to 0.3. Yeah. And those shockwave are now very small, looks small. So I'll make it like 4 in red, 3 in red. Too much. Maybe 3 in red and 2 in red. And the alpha, I'll make 5. Yeah, that's it. I'll add post here. Also, I will add bloom. And these streaks too long actually. It will be like 400 is maximum size. 400 is still big, 300, 60, and spawn rate maybe I'll increase maybe 50. Yeah, this looks fine. This is how you create, but you should take time and create your textures properly. Everything I'm showing you how to place things, how to actually start. When you see a game trailer or game, you play a game, you see the effects. Usually, this is the difficulty for the beginners who cannot think how to start these effects. So this is how you can start one by one, and you just put things together, and it will look same. This doesn't look the same effect, but yeah, now you got the idea how you take things, okay, from the game as a reference. So that's it for now. I hope you liked it. If you have any query, comment below the video, and thanks for watching. Keep learning. Bye bye.